Hi, I'm Khalib Thompson and welcome to the Caribbean Diaspora Weekly, a place for news, features, and opinions affecting the Jamaican and Caribbean diasporas at large. First, in this week's news roundup, Eastern Islands rebuilding after flood devastation. Jeep program will help 12,000 unemployed Jamaicans get back to work. New film trailer causes a stir. In the expose, a look back at a visit with Caribbean-American fashion designer to the stars, Tanya Marie.
There's only one requirement that you have to have if you're my client, and that is that you have to be fabulous.
And in the diaspora perspective, an opinion piece on cultural challenges to parenting in the Caribbean community. In some corners of Caribbean culture, we don't spank, we beat. Perhaps it is a residual effect of hundreds of years of subjugation, but perhaps the time has come to reflect on whether we want to be the ones perpetuating behaviors we shudder to even think about in historical context. Let's get started with the weekly news roundup. The weekly news roundup is brought to you by Caribcast. Watch live Caribbean TV channels anywhere in the world on your TV or mobile device. And by Jamaicans.com, your premier online destination for news, entertainment, videos, and all things Jamaican. Hi, and welcome to the weekly news roundup from Jamaicans.com and Caribcast.tv, covering March 21st to March 27th, 2014. Off the top in Caribbean news, islands in the Eastern Caribbean are rebuilding after flash floods in December 2013 affected over 30,000 people in St. Lucia, St. Vincent, and the Grenadines. These islands are recovering access to water, markets, and electric power through US $36 million in funding provided by the World Bank. The Caribbean community is calling for the United States to end its 50-year embargo policy against Cuba. According to Erwin LaRocque, Caricom Secretary General, the organization knows the value of international unity and noted that he had accepted the credentials of Julio Cesar González Merchante, the new envoy from Cuba, to form a bloc with other states in the region to advance mutual interests. In Jamaican news, Greg Christie, a consultant and the former Contractor General of Jamaica, is proposing measures designed to address corruption in Jamaica and other Caribbean countries. He has recommended that a national and regional system of certification, decertification, debarment, and cross-debarment of government contractors be implemented to address those who consistently fail to adhere to required standards or who engage in fraudulent practices. Some 12,000 Jamaicans are likely to see the benefits of additional work performed under the Jamaica Emergency Employment Program, or JEEP. Each of Jamaica's 63 constituencies received an allocation of $10 million, totaling $630 million for development of the project in construction, road repair, retaining wall repair, and repairs to drains and pavements. The activities are part of projects facilitated through the Major Infrastructure Development Program, which is funded chiefly by the Government of China and the China Harbor Engineering Company. In diaspora news, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Mexico City hosted an exhibit of the International Reggae Poster Competition to illustrate the importance of the Jamaican musical genre. The exhibit was implemented via a partnership between Mexico's Minister of Foreign Affairs and the Embassy of Jamaica in Mexico. The exhibit is called Whirla Reggae and features 50 posters chosen from 2,000 submissions from 90 countries. The 2013 award was won by Lenin Vasquez of Mexico. The Jamaican Women of Florida will mark its first anniversary by holding a reggae jazz brunch and fashion show at Broward Convention Center in Fort Lauderdale on April 19th. Eugene Gray, Jamaican jazz musician, and his band will perform along with Sabrina Williams and 11-year-old Soleil Rowe. And in celebration of Caribbean American Heritage Month on June 6th, the 5th annual Expressions Caribbean American Exhibition, presented by Unique Creations by Liz, will be held at the Sheraton Fort Lauderdale Airport Hotel. And in entertainment, Justice Lennox Campbell is considering whether Vybz Kartel, who was convicted in the murder of Clive Lizard Williams, should be required to pay restitution to Williams' family. The judge has looked for information concerning whether someone with talent like Kartel may continue to produce music once incarcerated. If so, the judge plans to order that proceeds from the productions be paid to the estate of Williams. The promotional trailer for Jamaican Mafia is intended to increase public interest in what has been called the biggest film to come from the United States that features Jamaican talent. The film, which was written by Michael Fax, tells the story of the life of Zulian Anderson, also known as Zuzu, who gives up a corporate job for a life of crime after learning he's related to a notorious crime boss. In sports, the Caribbean region has increasingly been producing talented basketball players, and in 2014, 6 of the players in the NCAA tournament in the United States were born in the Caribbean. They include Kadeem Colby of Nassau, who was instrumental in helping Wichita State win 34-0 during the regular season. Kenneth Edwards, Jamaica's Olympic athlete in Taekwondo, has been cleared to resume competition following a decision from the Jamaica Anti-Doping Disciplinary Panel. While he can go on with his athletic career, he's considering an appeal, since the panel publicly reprimanded him after an adverse analytical finding. He tested positive for a banned diuretic in the summer of 2013, but the authorities were satisfied that he did not intend to consume any substances to enhance his performance. In business, political developments involving Russia and the Ukraine have resulted in the suspension of service to Jamaica by Trans-Aero Airlines, a Russian firm. Jamaica's Ministry of Tourism announced the suspension of flights between Moscow and Montego Bay will begin March 28th. Services are set to resume in November. The change was attributed to currency fluctuations in Russia and the impact this has on the airline. The largest trade show designed to showcase locally produced goods opens at the National Arena in Kingston in April. The 2014 Expo Jamaica is expected to provide significant improvements over the previous year, according to committee co-chair Aswad Morgan. Booths for the show are sold out, and 448 buyers have registered to date. Of that number, 193 are from Jamaica, and foreign buyers represent the Czech Republic, Venezuela, the United Kingdom, United States, Britain, Canada, and the Caribbean. When we come back, a chat with Tanya Marie, Caribbean girl, international fashionista.